What time is it? It's Jesus time. It's rapture time, baby. If Jesus left, I just had this thought. If Jesus left 2,000 years ago, and 1,000 years is like a day for the Lord, and he rose again on the third day, and there will be a 1,000-year reign on earth after the tribulation. And there's only 8 years left until 2033, or is it 7? Math is not my expertise. But that would be like being gone for 2 days and coming back at the start of the third one, yes? If the rapture happens like right now, then there will be 7 years of tribulation until we hit 2033, That would be exactly 2,000 years after that, if we are right about the calendar. There might be like a year or so off the Hebrew calendar or whatever. I'm not exactly sure on that, but come on, the math is like perfect. And then Jesus will return and we will reign on earth with him for 1,000 years, the third day. Does that make sense? I don't know. That's kind of might be confusing the way I explained it. I feel like that makes perfect sense. I think there's a verse or something about there being like 2 days before his return or something like that. I apologize, I don't know, but I've heard many people talk about something about there being 2 days, which in his time, if we're going by the 1,000 years is like a day, that would be 2,000 years, and it's been 2,000 years. It's actually been 2,000 years since he left, minus 7-ish. I mean, it's kind of perfect, right? For the rapture to happen this year, I think. But also, yesterday, I had a potentially huge revelation. So I found that you can group specific videos together here on TikTok in the saved video section. So I was going through and adding all of my Rapture Dream videos that I could find and group them together to make it way easier to find them, because it's a lot to keep track of. I had even honestly forgot about some of these dreams, so there was one that I couldn't even find yet, so I'm still looking for it. But going through them, I randomly was watching part of one. I went to about halfway through the video because it was a longer one. But what I had heard had shocked me because I had completely forgotten about this part. So last October, I had this super crazy rapture dream with aliens and fireballs and all this craziness. And the very last thing that happened in my dream was my teacher had come up to me and said, "Christopher, I have one last assignment for you. I'm giving you this notebook and I want you to write these numbers down. Don't write it in yours, write it in mine. Write down 715. And there was still a couple more spaces for me to write more down, but that's when I woke up. So when I was given those numbers at the end of that rapture dream last year, I had absolutely no idea what that meant, and I ended up forgetting about that. But going back to this dream and remembering about these numbers was so wild, because for the last couple months or so, I have been seeing, God has been showing me these numbers everywhere, 7 and 1. Literally the same two numbers out of the 3 numbers from this dream. I mean, guys. So, anyways, there's this lady on here that a couple people showed me the other day who's also been seeing 7s and 17s. And she said that the 17 means the rapture. At least it was for her, I guess. And, it means to be, plucked up, I guess, is what I believe she said. And I had heard somewhere else that the number 5, I guess it means God's grace and mercy. And I couldn't help but think about this year is 2025. The year that ends in a 5. 5 meaning God's grace and mercy. So take 71 plus 5. I mean, and I honestly don't know if it changes, if it makes a difference that in my dream the 7 was before the 1. But all I can think of right now, and maybe this is crazy, but like it makes me think the rapture. 71 plus 5 means the rapture plus 2025. The rapture is 2025. I don't know, but I just had to share that. Like, because if 17 means rapture and 5 means God's grace and mercy, I mean, what's more merciful than God saving his children from his wrath? And yes, it is wrath, guys. He literally says it all over scripture. And yeah, could 7:15 mean something different? Of course. And I'm just saying what I'm guessing, thinking it might possibly mean. And I'm sure if it's not that I'll find out soon enough. But like, it's way too crazy that the numbers God's been showing me for the last few months turned out to be the exact same numbers God told me back in a rapture dream in October that I had completely forgot about until now. Like, guys, like, how could that be a coincidence? Like, how could it be? It's way too specific. If you guys know anything, if God's shown you anything about 715, if you know something, please let me know, because, yeah, it's crazy. Like, that means something. Something to do with the rapture, and it's just amazing. My friend Haley on here had looked in Strong's Concordance with that number, and the only thing that came up was the word bear, and I guess it had something to do with, like, the beasts in Revelation and stuff. So, I don't know, maybe the beasts are the aliens that I saw in that same dream. Because I was believing that the aliens in there were demons, I guess. I don't know if I realized that when I had the dream, but, like, I don't know. It's crazy. Yeah, but if you want to watch that video or any of my rapture dreams, I have a playlist in the save section on here. And so, like, yeah, it's just crazy. Jesus really is going to be here so soon. The math, it just makes way too much sense. It's too perfect. It's too exact. Like, are there coincidences with God? Is anything a coincidence? I mean, maybe I could be off in some places. Maybe I might be on the wrong track or something, but I don't know. Like, God's obviously talking to me. He's telling me things, and yeah, I don't know, but I just wanted to share that with you guys because it's pretty incredible. But yeah, God bless you guys. Peace.